Mm, What up, guys? So really quickly, sorry for the no videos, but I'm moving, so I can't really make a video. I actually have to find my tripod. But anyways, before this guy actually calls me, as you can see, oh, never mind. Oh, hello. Oh,
Hey,
yeah, what's going on? What's wrong with my video? Jesus. Okay, hold on. I have
is it working?
no idea why my video's not working.
I see.
1 second. Let's see if we can do that. Where's my video? Can you see me now?
I can't see you.
What?
Do you want me to call back and try again?
Yeah, let's try one more call.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. We're about to try again. See me now?
No, still not.
Okay. Hold on. I'm not sending video. Cannot detect my cam. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. Okay, I'll just make sure we're okay on YouTube and we're good.
Great.
Excellent. I'm like really funny looking now. Alright, man, so yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask just a few questions about working and working out in Japan and things like that.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
And well, it's my first interview, so sorry if I'm a bit rubbish at it. But yeah.
Go for it.
So the first thing I wanted to ask was what made you? Yeah. So what made you want to go out there and move to Japan and live there?
When I was a kid, I was a bit of a nerd, so I loved everything about Japan. Then I was, I guess, long story short, I was at a crossroads in my life. I wasn't really doing anything. I had a little dead end job. Had the cash to do it, and I was like, if I'm not gonna do it now, then I'm never gonna do it. So I just pulled the trigger on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so did you move out there before getting a job out there, and then just kind of got it as you worked there?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was a complete
And
Spartan. Yeah, I was a complete Spartan about it. Um, I had no job here. I had like a couple grand in my pocket, a few grand actually, and I came out here in. Originally, I had come out here in December, I believe it was, like right after. Yeah, it was December, and then I had to. I actually had to go to Korea for like a day. to renew my my visa status, because I did everything by myself. So um there's like a little deadline that you have to leave the country, but you can go to anywhere, but you have to leave the country. So I had to do that before I could get my stuff renewed to my current visa.
I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like you did this all on your own, like moving out there, getting a job,
Yep.
like living there
Yep.
all solo.
Yeah.
So what
What was that?
was it, like lonely? Is it like fun meeting people? Is it?
Uh, um, lonely. I think. I guess it would be like
Maybe
it
lonely
was.
is a bit of a.
Yeah, like I'm alone. Well, yeah, it was kind of lonely just because it was lonely at first because I don't care what anybody tells you. Like, if you study Japanese before you get here, and then you get here and you hear the Japanese, it's like completely different. So the Japanese that I thought I knew was out the window. So it was like it was like a sink or swim scenario, and I swam.
That's great. So like learning Japanese and that sort of thing, you found that like, despite how much did you know before you went out there?
Before I came out, I knew I had my about the writing structure. So there's hiragana, katakana, and kanji.
Yeah.
So before I got here, I knew A, E, I, O, and U. That
Yeah.
was the extent of my hiragana, and that was the extent of my writing. Um, I knew numbers. I knew animals. I knew colors vaguely. Uh, and like typical like dumb shit like konnichiwa, Ohio design law, stuff like that. That was my level of Japanese when I first got here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
so did you like pick it up more as you like? Was it easy to pick up, or did it take quite a while?
It's pretty funny about that. It's my experience with learning, with like picking it up. I I knew a lot more than I thought I knew, and even now I know a lot more than I think I understand. I
Mm.
think I can understand a lot more than I can speak. So a lot of times people will talk to me and I'll be like, I know what the hell they're talking about, but like I can't
You
respond
don't
to
have
it.
to rush. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and that it was actually pretty surprising. I would say in the first like 6 months, it was like pretty rough because um, it was pretty rough to study Japanese because I was working so much and I was working teaching English. So teaching English, you're always speaking English, and I didn't really. Well, I had the time. I was just being lazy, I guess. I was just like, when I finished work, I was like, "Fuck that, man! I want to drink." But
Yeah.
yeah, or like
So
party. Like, come on now. But um, yeah. Once I get out the party and out my system, uh, and I just like started actually sitting down and just talking with my friends about just like random shit. Then I did notice that my Japanese was improving, and then like my friends knew it noticed too.
oh, that's great. Yeah. So you got the job like straight away as soon as you moved out there.
Um,
How easy was it for you to get that?
uh, it's this is kind of
Uh,
interesting because my first job, I was I went into it was a dance instructor. I was a hip hop teacher, and I went into a
oh wow.
I went into a dance studio and just I was just like, hey, you guys need a dance teacher. And they were like, whoa, okay. And do you want to teach English too? And I was like, well, shit, sure.
Oh,
And yeah, that was my first experience with,
well,
yeah, that was my first job. Yeah. And then,
oh, so how did you? Uh,
say again?
so how did you get that job? First of all,
Um, the English
you
job
just
or
walked in
the,
and said to like the dance instructor.
oh yeah, I just walked in and I was just like, yo, you guys, you want to, you want a native teacher? That was it.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, I can just walk into places and I'll tell them you need me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone introduced you. So did someone introduce you to a specific like teaching role at a certain school, or did they just say try it?
A teaching like no. Well, I guess that well, in the at the hip hop place, I think they were already looking for an English teacher. So
Mm.
when I was teaching dance, they were just like, "Well, shit, like you want to teach English too?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." But for my high school job, that was a little bit of grinding because I had to find out where I can find a real teaching job. And at the time there was no real like place other than, do you know about the gaijinpot.com? um
Yeah,
yeah, that was the
like
only real place. uh Still kind of only, it still kind of is the only place really. There are a lot of other like niche sites where like, it claims that they have the English speaking jobs, but Gaijin Pasta been the best one. I mean, I'm shit. I've been with the same
mm.
job for 3 years, so yeah. But
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you need any like applying or like signing up or like membership with them, or you
No.
just went looked through and got straight away?
Yeah. With Gaijin Pot, you just make your resume and start applying for things. You make a resume, make a cover letter, and then you just start applying for shit.
Oh, great. So with like your resume,
Hmm.
um, what do you have on it basically? And what would you say to someone going out? What should they have on it on theirs?
Um, to be completely honest, it like unless you have teaching jobs or English teaching jobs specifically, nothing really matters on it. I have like I really did put I put like a few odd jobs that I had back at home. Um, I
Mm.
was a manager at some at like a cell phone place. Like I put that on there. Um, and every interview I go to, like they scan over it, but like they only really look at the real like the English teaching job. So to date, like I've I've worked at Kiowa, I have my private lessons, and I have my high school. So that's what they're really focused on, and they'll ask questions about. If anybody was to like, if you or anybody were to put anything on there, that would be my only thing. Like, don't even worry about the what jobs you put on there unless it's a teaching focused job or an English teaching job or something where
Uh,
you're teaching somebody else or kids. Yeah. Of course, if you have certifications,
oh, that's great.
mm, then you should do that too.
Yeah. So would you say like a teacher training would help, or like a course of teacher training?
Mm.
Did you have to do that?
No.
Like,
uh, I tell like it's funny because I'll make a video about it and like people think I don't know, I think people from YouTube or my everybody thinks that I'm just joking when I say how easy it was, but no, it really was as
yeah.
easy as like my first interview. I came in with my tux on and everything. He sat me down, put a contract in front of me, and I was like, "Wow, okay." And then I started like the next week. Yeah, yeah. There was no training.
So like straight away, just put in,
Yeah, there was no training or anything. It's just
yeah,
straight away
no
gone.
shadowing of like, but just
Yep. No.
well, yeah, it's great.
No.
So the contracts, what were they offering? What sort of thing? Like short term, like was it a
Um.
decent pay for you?
Yeah, the contracts are usually 1 year. So you're looking uh from late April to early May until February, and that was I don't know if that is typical for everywhere in Japan, but in the Osaka area, it that's what a contract typically is. Um, I've heard of short-term contracts, so from like May to October, but Jesus, like I would hate that shit. Like you have to go find another job halfway through the
Yeah.
year. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how long do you see yourself doing this for? Like,
To be honest, I don't want to like. I would say minimum about 3 years, maximum about 5. Uh, yeah, because
and why is that?
yeah, because it's just not me. It's not what I want to do. I got a lot of other things going on. Like I have the dance teaching. I DJ. I have the YouTube stuff. I have video making hobbies. I have other stuff, other goals that I want to achieve. And to be honest, like I'm just waiting on something else to take me out of English teaching.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I like it. It's interesting. I have a lot of stories, and the kids are awesome. My private lessons are
Mm,
amazing. Um, but I just like I don't. Yeah, that's not me.
yeah. I saw the DJing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, so like, would you say that it's like a safety net, sort of? You can always go back to it and do that to get money, and for as long as it takes for something else to kick off.
Yeah, exactly. It's just something to. It's definitely something like it's a safety net. Like it's a spring
Mm,
that I can fall back on at a given notice. Yeah. So and then even with if I change my jobs, like to let's say if I'm a permanent, like I'm a full time dance teacher, then I'll always have my private lesson students too. So either way, I'm still gonna be teaching, just not primarily.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, with the private lessons, is that separate from the school? Is that something you just do with random students?
Yes. What I did with that, there is a site called hello-sensei.com. And what that's for is for guys like me and you who will just go and well, it's not a resume. It's just like a short, like little blog, profile thing, and you'll have your picture, and all the students in Japan can search for the area, and then if they like you, they'll email you. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I have I Jesus, at one time I had like 5 students that I was doing private lessons, and that's not through the company. That's completely by yourself. Yeah,
mm. Yeah. So you do like a mixture of independent and working for like
yeah,
schools and going through companies.
yeah, yeah.
So would you say that you need all of this to like kind of sustain like a good living, like quality of living over there, or could you just do one and not the other?
I can do one and not the other. Yeah, you don't need to teach private lessons, but um, oftentimes, well, let me say it like this. I try to get better at teaching just because I've never had any training. So
Mm.
I find that I learn better if I'm teaching somebody one on one. If I'm trying, like, if I have a lesson and I want to teach somebody something, then it's better. Then I learn more about if they're receiving it well, if I'm explaining everything correctly. Like, I'll get that better if it's a one-on-one focused thing. In a classroom, you can't really focus on that. And then also, um, by law, there's like a Japanese teacher needs to be with you. So I guess it's a little bit of the same like sink or swim mentality, because if you're with a student that speaks no English and you speak no Japanese, like, you damn well better make sure that your lesson's okay,
Mm.
because or else you're not getting paid anymore like after this lesson. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's why I do it. And then
Nice.
also, yeah, that's it's really fun.
Yeah. So you enjoy living out there. Like the teaching isn't. It's not your main goal, but it isn't an unhappy aspect of your life.
No, 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 no. It's definitely not. If anything, it's actually opened up a lot more doors because of my English teacher. So, like, for example, if I since I've been an English teacher, I've met my girlfriend. I've met like tons of people that have given me jobs. My DJ careers got off the ground because I was an English teacher to one guy, and he was talking about me to one of his friends, and he was like, "Oh, we need a DJ for our event," and I was like, "Got you."
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's opened up a lot of doors for you and like helped you out in other aspects. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
With the like the independent,
Hmm?
is that like the independent teaching with individual students?
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of your own way of training yourself? So for someone coming over, would you say that just to prepare yourself, like teaching children over here, like where I am now,
Mm-hmm.
would that help me when I get over there, as opposed to just qualification? Like personally, would that help me in my
Mm-hmm.
own teaching?
Um, that's a hard question because I don't know anybody. So I can't really compare it to somebody that had the training, because I don't know anybody
Mm.
that actually had the training before they got here. So, like, for example, like all the ALT, all the teachers that are in the area that are at least from America, because I'm from America, but they all are in the same. They were kind of in the same boat that I was. Like, they just kind of came over and started teaching. A lot of them have been here for longer, so I think I think the experience plays a role, but um, I think it might give you like a better I don't know, it might make the teaching easier for you, especially once you start to digest the language, because if you're already certified in
Mm.
teaching something, then it's all you need to do is just translate by at that point. I do notice that um, the thinking is different. Like, the thinking process is different for at least the kids here. Just because, like, the culture is different, so it's just that's a given. But yeah, it's really hard to compare. But I think that having a certification might give you a better foot in the door. Just because that's just like the I think that's just a given. Honestly, like, if you're better qualified,
Yeah.
you should be getting a job. I don't know how much that actually works though.
I see. Wait, you just spoke about like culturally the children are different and the way they learn there.
Mm-hmm.
Like were there any like culture shocks for you when you moved over? Like, well, coming from America, different culture and things.
Mhm.
Were you treated differently over there? Was it helpful? Was it unhelpful to you?
I went full rainbow spectrum on I I went from holy shit every day to like oh my fucking god every day to like I cannot believe I'm here every day. Like it's you experience the like all of it, especially if you're alone. And you start meeting friends out here because Japan's one of these places where like if you don't know who you are before you get here, like it's bound to change you. So just because it's just so different. But like for example, I like to get the realness of everything. So like a lot of my time when I first got here, I was in like the dingy areas of Japan, like the like the Japanese quote unquote ghetto, and
Mm.
yeah, just really, really, really seeing like what the urban area is like, and that really opened my eyes to like how like what the broad range of stuff, like the people that you meet in literally a 15-minute train ride are going to be completely different from a 15-minute train ride the other way. Um,
Mm.
I'm still getting impressed by it. It's a ever learning experience out here. Yeah.
Wow. Um, yeah. So another question I had was, is it like getting a job over there? Would you say for the next 5 years you're saying you were living there,
Mhm.
doing teaching?
Mhm.
Um, would you say that as a safety net it will always be there, like, or would you say that there is like a lot of people coming to have jobs over there, or there are not enough people coming to take jobs over there? What was your view on that?
Um, I think. Ooh, who is this? Anyway, that's somebody snake. Yeah, anyway, um, I think that I think it's always gonna be here. Just because Japan's gonna be, I think soon, like Japan's gonna be more internationalized. So with that in turn, I think what would happen would be, you'll need more credentials, maybe in the future. Um, but I think Japan's always gonna need English teachers, especially for the younger kids. So um, just because like I don't know how like for example like Tokyo, I'm not sure what they're doing out there, but at least in Osaka they're having more and more native English teachers starting from the kindergarten up. So in high schools, some high schools don't have ALTs, but they're gonna start needing them by law
Yeah.
here soon. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna go away. I just think the credentials are going to be a lot tougher. Like, not just having a visa it will get you in anymore. Like, you'll need to have uh, teaching English as a second language, TESOL
Yeah.
certification. You'll need all that maybe in the future.
Um, well, so like you spoke about teaching at a younger age,
Hmm.
and from when they're really young. So would you, on your average like day to day classes or teaching, would you say you teach more like 100% of those people, or what age range are you teaching?
Oh shit! My age range is like I've taught from like 3 or 4 years old and up to like 65. Like some of my like I had an adult class of like 9, and those were like 30-year-old, 40, 50, 60 year olds. My high school though, high school range is typically from 16 to 18. Um, then my private lessons, I have one private lesson. She is 33. I have one more woman I teach. She's 35. I have two kids that I teach are like 5 and 6. Yeah. So it ranges a lot.
Um, so, well, one thing I was just thinking right now was, would you say that you're more at ease teaching individuals in, like, I don't know if it's at their homes or at your home, or
Hmm.
they're just like at a school? What's the difference in like the environments there?
Good question because in my high school, um, it in my high school there can be very very tough days, and there can be very very easy days where I like so in my high school. Some days it's like the best job ever, but some days I'm like, oh my god, I want to shoot myself in the face. So, but on the flip side to that, I always enjoy teaching private lessons, um, especially to the ladies. But um, I think with the private lesson, because it's a lot faster on the intake, and it's
Mm.
only 1 hour. I mean, come on. So it's a lot faster on the intake. The A lot of times, like so for example, I've had one woman I've taught for about a year now, and at first our lessons were only an hour, but now we're like hanging out for like 3 hours because we'll be talking before the lesson. I'll give my lesson, and then like we'll chill out afterwards. So and I'll get paid for 3 hours. So I think it's got to go down to the private lessons, hands down.
So it's just a lot less structured, and you get to really do what you want to teach them
Yeah,
and what they want.
exactly, exactly. So um,
That's my fire alarm.
you on
It will go.
fire on there?
It will go. It will go. It should go off in a second.
Okay, okay. But I'll check.
Yeah. Sorry if this is really loud.
You're getting blown up.
Yeah. This happens quite a lot.
Okay. Oh, where'd you go? I think we lost him. Tyler. Yo, you there? Oh, wait. Oh, we lost him. Anyways, guys, so hold on. Let me see if I can just. Well, I don't know. I'll just talk like this because he's probably gonna call me back. But, um, yeah, guys, I'll just answer the questions from here. The one that are, uh, people that are watching. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Yo.
Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Everything just went wrong at the same time. I don't know what happened there.
It's all good. It's all good.
The fire alarm. This froze. That was, yeah. That wasn't the best.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
I only had like a few more questions. I wasn't supposed to drag you on too long.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Um, to do with like teaching in the school and the environment there. You say some days you wanted to shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Um, what exactly made you want to do that? Like,
Oh
as
my
any specific time?
god. I have to pick one time. um,
As
uh,
many as you want.
um, okay, so in my classes, I'm pretty since I'm pretty high energy. I get a lot of respect from the students. So there are times where there was one specific teacher who, like, the students really did not give a shit about him. Like, didn't he? Like, he might as well not have been in the room. Like when I was teaching, just because
Yeah.
like they would all focus on me. They would listen to me. But like whenever he would open his mouth, they would just go talking and whatever. Um, and then one day in particular, like he had this idea of a lesson where we would have all the students come out of the room, and then like we would have like waiters and waitresses, and like we would have them come and speak English, and it'd be like a whole like sit down restaurant like setting, like game or whatever the fuck. Well, uh, before they did that, they had to actually practice the script, but none of the students wanted to listen to him. So, like, he was looking at me to like control the students, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like, wait, hold on. Like, I'm just the, I'm the English part of this. Like, you have to give the directions there, homie. But
Yeah.
but like he wanted me to calm the class down, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like,
Mm,
okay, so mind you, I've never like had to calm a class down before, so
yeah.
uh, I was like, what did I do? Uh, I did something like I started snapping my fingers,
Like,
and yeah, I just started snapping, and then like the students just started mimicking it, and then as they were mimicking it, they were calming down. So they were
I
just like,
see.
yeah. So eventually, everybody's snapping, like looking at each other, like, why are we all snapping? And then I'm like, okay, like, so then the Japanese teacher takes it back,
That's
but
brilliant. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That but I say I always have like little weird shit that I do, maybe because I'm fucking strange inside, but uh, yeah, it's like look like the weird stuff is actually what gets the it went in big rooms, like that's the best way to go. That's why I don't know if you ever seen like everybody uses the little silent coyote thing.
I,
Yeah,
yeah. Just to get them to quiet down.
yeah, just to get them to shut the hell up for a little bit.
So, another question I had was, like, what would you change about what you do right now as a teacher, like teaching English? What would you have them make you do differently?
Um, I would have them. I think. Yeah. The biggest problem with it with ALTs in school right now is that as an ALT you are seen as the entertainment. You are not a real teacher. Yeah. So and they will and sometimes they will tell you that it's like, well, you're not an actual teacher, so you know we have to plan our lessons, and then you can just like do a game or
Yeah.
something. But so like if you're coming, like you want to be like the best English teacher in the world, then you're probably gonna have to do something like go to a like an English school, which is called a Juku or an Eikaiwa. um, and you'll probably have to go there and do it there. As an ALT, your job is to like give like a bullshit lesson about whatever you want,
Mm.
which is a plus and a minus at the same time, because if um, if for example your lesson, the Japanese teacher's lesson is directions, you won't know that their lesson for the day is about directions until the day of the lesson. So you'll have
Oh,
to change everything. Like, oh shit, well, we have to teach right, left,
yeah.
backwards and forward now. But uh, it
You
really
don't have
I
a lot of
say,
time.
say again.
So you don't have a lot of time to plan a lesson or like any activities or.
Yeah, what I the way I combat that is I have a few games and stuff that I can just put in whatever the fuck I want. So like if I have a game like what I have a game where I'll have a like a little whiteboard, and I'll write a sentence on the whiteboard and show it to like four people in the front of the class. And the four people have to draw whatever the sentence says, and then everybody else guesses what the sentence was.
Yeah.
So that you can literally put in any topic. So you can literally shape that however you want. I have a few games like that. That it's just like save my ass kind of games.
So you came up with those on your own. Like obviously you said you did this like on your own individually. Is there anywhere you've gotten like I don't know? I wouldn't say inspiration, but
Hmm.
any techniques or styles or I don't know teaching help
Hmm.
from anywhere, like, online or book or.
Um, no, well, maybe some stuff. Because well, some stuff like I think I maybe took some of how to deal with certain situations. Um, for example, uh, or in my schools, like if the students were talking, the teacher was like, "Yo, shut the hell up!" Like, but but in Japan, like you can't really be like, yo, like calm down, because the students will just be like, and then like keep going. And there's no real discipline. So you have to find other ways to make them listen to you without without coming off as too aggressive, without coming off as like insensitive or too easy. So uh I often take stuff that teachers do and try to adapt it to my style of doing it. Because I hate being cheesy. I hate being like the token black guy in the
Yeah.
school. Um, I like to put like my own little flavor on stuff. So I might have. I just I can't really. I've never gone and like searched like how to teach this.
Mm.
Um, I have taken lesson plans off of sites, like because for example I've always wondered how to teach English to like someone like with a zero English ability, like for, like kids that
Yeah.
have never spoken English. But and I've tried different things, but in the end I ended up just using my own stuff or just winging it until I figure out what works best for me.
Mm. Yeah. Another question I had was, you obviously there's not like a promotion or like things like that,
Hmm.
as in become the head of a school or anything like that. So would you say that it's a comfortable level if you're willing to just stay at that for a long period of time and not really change in terms of your job, like go
Hmm.
up or anything like
What do you mean? So like getting to a point where I can like be a
that? Be like I don't know, like the head of English teaching at a school, like.
yeah, nah, I don't even want that like kind of responsibility. uh, all right, I gotta be real with you. Like with 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 being an ALT, there's a lot of sheer just fuckery going on that I am so glad that I don't have to deal with because
Mm,
I'm not an actual teacher. So, for example, in my school or in my old high school, if a student failed English, he would still pass the grade. So
yeah.
like you would have I would have some classes that are just like like God's gift to the earth. Like they're so good, and like they're just so responsive, and like they're quiet, and they just listen, and they just take in all the information that you have to give. But then I have some like bastard classes. I'm just like, oh my god, like you guys are gonna be degenerates when you guys get older. Jesus, it's like you guys, oh fuck. It's like I
Yeah,
know you're not going to college, so I know you don't give a fuck about this class, but please stop talking. But yeah. So I would no. If I was in a higher position in English out here, not at all. Now for the dancing and stuff,
yeah,
like I would much rather have that pop off. Yeah.
yeah. Do you think you have the chance of getting that? Being like a foreigner, black guy coming in, do you have the chance to be the top dancer?
Um, I think so. Just because I'm always looking forward. I mean, looking to the future with high hopes. But yeah, I think it's going to take some time. One thing that I did notice out here is that it is about who you know out here a lot more so than even from like because I'm from Las Vegas, so like even in Vegas, like if you want to be somebody in Vegas, you have to know people. But out here, it's even more so. I mean, shit. Like I said, my DJ career would never have taken off if I didn't know people. So just because I had to get to know more people and get into the dancer realm a little bit deeper out here. It's gonna take some time, but I think it can pop off. My girl actually, she's a dance teacher also. She's been dancing for like 5 years. She has like over like almost 300 students already. So if I can pull something off like around the same
Mm,
caliber, then absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. So is there any advice for like basically because you came there on your own and stuff, meeting people in like areas which you're more interested in through certain things? Is there any advice you have for that?
Um, yeah, I say don't give up because like there's always something open out here. Like Japan has a very like there's so many niche things out here that it's just like a matter of it's like it's never a never. It's like just a matter of time before you find exactly what you're looking for. So not to sound like a like a motivational speaker, but yeah, just don't give up. Like it's
Yeah.
it's it's really that simple. Just don't give up. Whatever you want to do. If you want to teach English, there's more than enough information on how to do that, become better at that, and stuff like that. If you want to be in a band, like there's places that you can do shows and stuff. People want to meet you, want to see you, want to find out about you. Um, yeah, it's so much stuff out here that like you'll make it somehow. Just do it. It's the best way to get it done.
That's great motivation right there. Is there anything which you would do differently about when like your whole experience out there so far, or teaching or anything?
What I would have done differently. Honestly, there would have been some club decisions I would have made differently, or some nightclub different decisions I would have made differently. Hindsight being 2020. Um, but nah, it's everything. Like the thing about Japan is like everything's an experience. And and like there's not like everything, whether it's good experience or bad experience, it's still an experience that you would have never had if you had never come. So like I don't know, even the tough times out here, like I look back on it and I'm just like, damn, like that sucked, but I'm okay now. So I wouldn't change anything. Just because I like where I am now. So yeah, no, 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 no.
Another thing was you said you went up there like when you didn't really have anything else you were doing at the time, and then you got the job and you kind of just it just happened sort of.
Hmm.
Did you have any like a plan or a career plan or anything like that beforehand, even if it didn't a career plan for a different career?
Hmm.
Uh,
Um.
yeah.
Honestly, no. I was just like, I'll teach English, because that's what all the foreigners do in Japan. Um. It wasn't until I got out here that it's actually pretty interesting. It wasn't until I got out here that I even noticed my hobbies to be skill sets that I could use to make money. For example, dancing. When I was in Vegas, I used to, be battling people in clubs and dance clubs and stuff like that. But when I came to Japan, it was like I went to a dance school just because, like when I did, like I wanted to be around dancers and I didn't know where to go. So I was like, okay,
Mm.
the dance school maybe has flyers or something. And then I walked in, they were just like, oh shit, a black guy, and then um they wanted me to dance for them, and I was like, well, shit, I'll break it down for you real quick, give you a little bit of something, and then yeah, then they were like, yo, man, teach, and I was like, okay, cool,
Wow.
yeah.
So do you have any do you have any future plans in terms of living?
Yes. I do want to open a dance school out here, a hip hop school. Um, and I hope to open a club. Um, just because I hate the clubs in the Osaka area. Yeah. But yeah, I want to do that. Buy a house. Um, typical settle down shit. So, hmm.
So you're renting right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
That's
in.
how much is that around?
This place right here is like $450. So yeah, $450. So 45,000 yen. Yeah.
And with your salary as all three of the things you're doing right now, you're comfortably getting that through and like living well.
Oh yeah. Like I'm living to the point where like I can stay here, have the fridge stocked, be drinking alcohol every night, smoking cigarettes all the time. Going out clubbing whenever the hell I want. Like it's all straight. The cost of living is pretty cheap if is and then especially like like when I first moved here, I knew nothing about like the kanjis or anything. So when I went into a supermarket, it was like it was like walking into a jungle. You're just like, holy shit, like what is this? But like at the Seven Eye, the 7-Eleven out here, the
Yeah.
little yeah, um, everything's pretty easy. It's like, oh, this is a rice ball. Oh, these are like sandwiches. So I pretty much lived off of like the 7-Eleven food for like the first
Mm.
6 months of my life out here. But it got a little better. Now I can use Google Translate a little bit more quick draw like, and
Mm.
yeah, so I can, yeah, if I don't know something, then and my Japanese is good enough that if I don't know something, I can ask somebody. So that's cool too. But yeah, yeah, the cost
Yeah.
of living is not that bad. It's this place is cheaper than my last place. My last place was like um 3 bedrooms, and that was like That was only like $200. It was like $600 a month. Yeah, it was just and the only reason I moved from that place was that it was like hella far from everything. Um, so I like the money that I save on transportation is like immense compared to like here where I'm like literally living like 5 minutes away from the station. Mm.
So you live in Osaka right now.
Yeah.
Would you say that's the best place to go, or anywhere else, or does it not make a difference?
Ooh, this is gonna get me some hate on YouTube. um, I believe that Osaka is probably the best place to go because um in Tokyo, for example, and I'm directly taking a shot at Tokyo people. Um, you can go to Tokyo and and never learn Japanese ever. Like you can go
Mm.
there and live there for 20 years and not speak any Japanese, and you can function like that there. In Osaka, you gotta speak some kind of Japanese. It's just that's just the way it is. Even the English speakers, many of the English speakers, I had to say, they understand English, but not really. So, um, for example, like if I was to say, "Oh, no, I don't want to have this rice ball," they're like, "Oh, you hate rice balls," and I'm like, "No, I don't hate rice balls. I just
Yeah.
don't want one right now." So like it's that kind of thing. But yeah, so you need Japanese. Number two, I think that people in Osaka, they are just more friendly. Like
Mm.
I went to Tokyo 2 or 3 times already, and there it's almost like a film. It lets you have to get through with people before they just like open up to you.
Yeah.
But out here, like shit, like out here, I'll go to a club. This actually happened. I went to a club, and I went to the bar and I saw this girl there and I was like, well, what are you drinking? And she was like, I don't know, here. And she like gave me the cup. I was like, oh, okay, this is like Long Island iced tea. I'll try one, thanks. But like, you could never do that in Tokyo. Um, and then my second reason for Osaka being better is that the Osaka dialect, I think, for men it sounds more like a man.
I see.
So yeah, and then I think when I go to Tokyo and I do talk to people, everybody's like taken back a little bit. They're like, "Oh shit, he's from Osaka," because like my Japanese is Osaka dialect.
Mm.
So they're like, "Oh fuck, okay, cool." So like it almost relaxes them a little bit more because I'm like
I see.
I speak like a hick, I guess.
Yeah, I was wondering. So, the dialect's different. So, understanding different people from different areas, is that something you struggle with, or it's just
Yeah, that's a struggle, but that will forever be a struggle because even Japanese don't even understand some dialects of Japanese. So
yeah,
yeah, that'll forever be a struggle. And it's funny because like dialects will change from Osaka and Kyoto and Osaka are literally like 45 minutes away, and like you'll have like completely different words for stuff. So um yeah, like just I think that's something that you'll constantly have to be prepared for. Uh, and then I think once your Japanese becomes better, you'll start to pick up other dialects faster. But
mm,
yeah, dialects are rough, boy, rough, rough, rough.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah. Um, so like just lastly, I just had a last little point of your like basic social life out there.
Hmm.
Um, you're with your job there. Does it like did it stop you, inhibit you from having a brilliant social life, or does it help you?
Um. Hmm. It doesn't. I would say it doesn't help or hurt. I think. Well, because like out here, for example, for me, for at least, my coworkers are not my friends. Like so, after
Mm,
work, like we're not talking, kind of stuff. Uh, but it's for the reverse. Like all my friends, like I'm literally afraid to bring my friends around my coworkers because like my friends are absolutely nuts. So yeah, and my coworkers are all like very very formal Japanese. So I don't know. I think now it had like having like working or having the other jobs out here hasn't really hurt or helped. Maybe the DJ job, just because that's kind of the nature of the job. And maybe the dance job because that too is kind of the nature of it. Like after I do a showcase, everybody's like, "Oh, hey!" Like they want to be your friend. But I don't. Yeah, other than
mm.
those two, I think those are the only two. The dance job and the DJ job have helped my social life, but the English teaching hasn't done either.
I see.
Yeah.
Um, well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I didn't want to keep you from the DJing and the nightclubs for too long.
No problem, no problem. I made special time for this special interview.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Uh, it's been great interviewing you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was
I
nice talking
do.
to you, man. I believe this is on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna jump over to YouTube real quick with you up here. Um, Let me refresh and see if there's any comments for you or them. Uh, no. Okay. Well, wait. There's one. It's a comment from me, but yeah. So yeah, if you like, if you wanna watch this later, yeah, we can. You can just jump on
Yeah.
to the channel. Yep.
That'd be great. I have to submit it in some form, so having it recorded really helps.
Okay. Cool. 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 Hopefully the quality's not shit. I don't know about this internet connection stuff, but
Yeah, it's too bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. Nice talking to you, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right.
All right,
Have a good
man.
day.
Yeah, you take care.
Yeah.
Peace. All right, guys. So we are finished. Let me see how bad this was. Hold on, let me get my video capture. So let's see. Am I still dropping frames? No, I'm not. But yeah, guys. I look like Black Jesus. What are you talking about? Yeah, and then we got one more question here. Early experiences when you arrived in Japan, negative or positive? Sorry, was that? Early experiences. Um, let's see. I mean, what do you mean? Like, um, I mean, everything was experience. Like, even just being in the in Japan at that point is an experience. Um, every person you meet is an experience. But I will say that the shit does get old very, very quickly. Like for example, having when I meet new people, I'll have I'll meet somebody and it'll be like, where are you from? Of course, where are you from? Of course, why did you come to Japan? How old am I? And shit like that. So like usually when people ask me like where am I from, then I'm like Las Vegas, and then they all freak out because Las Vegas is famous. Um, I don't know. It gets old really, really, really quickly. Stuff like that. Um, but yeah, like I said, like when Tyler was talking to me with the experiences, my experiences teaching English, my experiences in general, good or bad, I would never, I wouldn't change any of them just because it would change where I am right now, and where I am right now is where I want to be. So I wouldn't change anything. I would just go for it. Yeah. But it looks like I can talk about my stuff a little bit more. Sorry, Tyler, if you're watching this, you can turn it off now because this is more for my people, my followers. Sorry, guys, I've been away from you guys for so long. But that is because I am moving. I'm moving, so I can't even find my like tripod right now because I wanted to make a video for the McDonald's fries. Like out here, we have these McDonald's fries that are like there's like a chocolate topping you can put on them. I wanted to make a video about that. I wanted to like keep up with my other videos, but I've just been so fucking busy because I'm moving, so I gotta clean up all my shit. Yeah, I'm moving again, so I gotta clean up all my shit, find out how to sell my washing machine, my stove, and my refrigerator. So gotta do that. Uh, that sucks, but it's just taking so long, and it's taking up so much of my time. But I'm moving starting what? With Friday? No, Thursday? No, wait. I'm moving starting the 10th, so hopefully after that I can actually get my shit together and actually talk to you guys again, make some videos again because I do miss this. But yeah, thanks for getting comments in. Now that you have been in Japan for a while, what kind of advice would you give to your past? Oh, fresh off the boat self. That's a good question. What would I advice would I give to my fresh off the boat that guy Fox? I would go on more dates. I would let's I would experiment with more stuff. I of course I was never ever ever like against trying anything, but um when when there was stuff that like it was like gut feeling stuff, I was just like I'm not gonna do this because this just seems like a bad idea. Um, I would tell myself to just go for it. Like, yo, man, just don't even worry about it, because like, once you get once you become my age, then you'll see. But I would tell myself, yeah, just to try and experiment with more stuff, and be more aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. But nice question though. Um, what was I getting into? Moving. Um, yeah, so moving again. So I haven't had the time that I've wanted to actually sit down with you guys and actually do this. I even wanted to do the live stream more, with just doing the playing games and chatting with you guys, but I haven't even had time to do that. So, but like I said, I'm moving here very, 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 very soon. So then I'll definitely have time to do it and the space to do it. You can't really tell, and I don't want to show you because it's like really messy. But it's really, really this room is like really, really small. It's a one bedroom place, so this is really, really small. And uh, if I wanted like the videos that I want to make, I can't because it's just I have no space to even move shit out the room. So um, this next place, it's a lot bigger, and I'll be able to do a lot more stuff. It's almost the room is like almost like soundproof. So hopefully that helps out with the acoustics, and the lighting. But I always need to buy new lights. I'm really a stickler about that. I want to put out better quality stuff. But yeah. Any questions, you guys? I'll be try to hang on for a little bit longer. See if you guys want to shoot me anything. If you want to shoot me any questions, go ahead, shoot me them. It looks like my YouTube's complaining about my video output is low, but they can eat a dick. I'm not changing nothing. Um, Antonio looks like Black Jesus. That shit gets me. Um, Andy the Virgo. Yeah, nice to see you. What else? One more question. What other nightclub experiences do you have? Nightclub experiences in Japan or in Vegas? I was in the nightlife in Vegas, so I have all tons of experience in that. Experiences in Japan, I just have experiences going to clubs. Um, One interesting thing about clubs in Japan, though, is like they have, I want to say, it's not foreigner only, but it's like where the foreigners go. So, like, I mean, that's the best way to explain it. But usually there's like some bullshit happening in those clubs. Like there'll be fights because there's foreigners, and foreigners get drunk and do dumb shit. Or like, I don't know, everybody will be too sloppy, or there's too many dudes trying to get into girls, or there's too many girls trying to get into guys. That happens here too. Like, do not get it twisted. The girls are about it. They're as bad as the guys out here too. Like, do not think that. But yeah. So yeah, what experience you guys want to hear about? Thanks for the answer. I got a jet. I'm running late to work. Love your videos. Thanks for the time and effort you put into it. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoy them. Um, I hope to be making a whole new slew of better videos for you guys. I'm so sorry I've been so uninfant these videos. It has been really, really bad. A really, really bad thing about it. But now that I have all this stuff, and now that I'm about to move for hopefully the last time in a long time, I'll have a lot more space and just area to work with. I might actually start doing some stuff with my with the DJ equipment. I would really love to just like sit down with you guys and mix and see what you guys think about my mixing skills. But yeah. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Why does it say my stream's offline? Well, anyways, it looks like I don't know. It's something's going on. It might be my internet. Uh, but yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna jump off here, and I will. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys very, very, very soon. I promise. I promise. I promise. I don't want to keep doing this to you guys. I know. As soon as it's funny because I made 1 month of videos, and then almost like the next day after, like after I stopped making the videos every day, I didn't make a video at all, and then it's like all that work went to waste. So that fucking sucks. So yeah, definitely. If I can finish my work early tomorrow, then what I'll do is try to dig out my tripod and do something for you guys. At least do something like the McDonald's video. But yeah, Alyssa A. Pettigos says, "How long have you been working there? Wait, in the nightclubs or in Japan?" I've been working since I got. It was working in Japan since I got here. I mean, obviously, but you mean in nightclub stuff? I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to tie those two things together. Maybe I shouldn't. But what else? Yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna jump off here. Um, yeah, and I'll try to figure out this YouTube, the live stream stuff again, a little bit better so I can stream better. I'm pretty sure it's the internet. Don't let anybody fool you. The internet here sucks after a certain time. It's really bad. But